going on, guys? So I'm on my way to the post office because I have some stuff waiting for me there. USPS is currently trying to screw me and make me pay them more money for shipping of these parts that I shouldn't have to pay. So I'm gonna go try and argue with them, and I'm probably gonna walk out poorer because they're probably just gonna tell me, tough luck, we have your stuff and we're either sending it back in 3 days or whatever I have left, or you pay us and we give it to you. Kind of sucks because the ball's in their court, but I'm gonna go put up a fight, and hopefully, well, one way or another, I'm bringing home what I got, whether I have to pay or not. I just don't really want to pay, but hopefully I get to show you guys in a little bit what I have and what I'm finally bringing home after a very, very, very long wait, months of waiting. But I'm super stoked to finally get this stuff. I blame coronavirus. You know, it just hit a lot of snags with this, shipping delays and things like that. It's pretty crazy, especially when you're trying to do international stuff with coronavirus. You know, it's just all kinds of delays and holdups. So I'm on my way. Let's go get some parts. I don't like admitting defeat, but USPS got me. Either way, there's a very large box back there. It's massive. I mean, it weighs like nothing, but it's massive. And I'm gonna get it home. Let's get this thing cracked open in the driveway, and I'll show you guys what I have for the 3000. I feel like some of you 3000 guys might see that box and know already what it is. All right, so as you can see, what I have here is not from the United States. And it's about the length of my truck, or the length of the car. Trying to push this thing out. Wow. Okay. So this is what I got. All right, so as I keep cutting this thing apart, we're getting deeper into it here. Extremely well packed. I mean, this thing had to go from Russia to wherever and end up here in Philadelphia, basically. So let me keep cutting a couple little pieces here. Maybe we can start getting these things completely out. Oh wow, that was easy. Piece number 2 and 3. So I'm gonna get these unwrapped and show them to you guys what they are. So here we go. Here's what I have, and I'm super stoked. First off, Bomex style side skirts. So these side skirts have another vent down below the stock vent. They've dropped the side of the car down, I want to say an inch or two, and then I have this CAZ aircraft front lip. Now these parts are made by Body Kits RU, and I'll put their Instagram and stuff like that below, and I'll drop them on the screen here. So check them out. They make a bunch of parts for different cars, a bunch of fiberglass parts, and they've been recreating these 3000 GT parts that you can't get anymore. And I've wanted these body panels for years, like since I was a kid, you know, seeing this car growing up. I used to idolize, especially the CAZ aircraft front lips, even those Bomex skirts. When this car was still an NA car and I just got my hands on it, I wanted these Bomex side skirts. I was always looking at Body Kits in the early 2000s and things like that. And I'm super hyped that I can finally get my hands on them because they're now recreating them from these companies that are no longer around. So check them out. Like I said, the quality looks really good. I'm gonna try and pull the bumper off here now and see about, you know, laying it on top of the front lip and, you know, checking out the fitment and things like that. But I'm super stoked to finally have these body panels and finally get some more aggressive looking aero on this car, because my biggest complaint after I destroyed my retrospec lip 2 years ago was that my car looked like a monster truck. So now that I have a front lip again, and even some side skirts, I'm not worried about the rear, but even just having some side skirts to bring the overall appearance of the car lower, I'm super excited. So I'm gonna try and mock up this front lip, and then maybe even cut some zip ties and get that front driver's side or that driver's side skirt off, and then try and hang one of these side skirts, you know, just with a couple zip ties and maybe some self tappers, and see what they look like. And before I go fitting them and getting the final installation down. All right, so let me tell you guys something here. It's not often that I get fiberglass parts, and the fitment is so spot on that the front lip can hang on the bumper on its own. The side skirt can fit 100% perfect, one self tapper in it. So let me show you. So this is the Kaz Aircraft front lip, and it literally, I just slid it in and it's perfect fit all the way around to this side. So I'll run some self tappers on the bottom side of it to secure it to the bumper, and that's installed. And then I was getting impatient and I put on one of the Bomex side skirts. It's kind of hard to see on this side because of where the shadow is right now, but I'm gonna zip tie that on there, but nothing's holding this on in the wheel well or back here, and fitment is absolutely perfect. The only thing holding this on right now is that self tapper right there. And like, you know, this lip, I'll probably do like one there, probably put 3 here, and then I'll do like 1 or 2 in each wheel well, and then the side skirts are on. And the fitment on these is also perfect. I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm very happy with the fact that I don't need to do any kind of extensive body work on this fiberglass or sanding or anything like that to make these things fit the car. They just fit, and it's amazing. So now I'm gonna do the passenger side one. I'm gonna pop the stock skirt off and mock up this other new skirt, and then you guys will be able to get a better view of what it looks like, because the way the sun's coming down right now in the driveway. And I would turn the car around for you, but the transfer case is still blown, so I can't even move it. I think I'm going to get a transfer case tonight though, so that's kind of exciting. And I can't stop staring at this thing. It looks so good. This is what this car needed, really. This is exactly what it needed. So on my car, my side skirts are all zip tied on the fronts here to the carbon fiber fenders, because they don't have the necessary provisions for the side skirts to mount on. And on the back, that's zip tied on because I hit some tire delamination, just wrecked it. My driver's side one I ripped off. This one still has all the bolts, which, if my calculations are correct here, they're all gonna rip off or break off. And like that one's not even, can't even get to because the pinch weld. Don't look under here, you guys don't want to see this. All right, so I got the passenger side skirt off and found something that I knew this was here, I just didn't know the extent of it, but it'll ultimately be the death of this car, and why in the future I will be moving to a real VR4 shell. And it's this rust right here in the side skirt area. You can see it goes through just into this dead space back here. It is not great. It hasn't, oh, this door's locked. Let me unlock this door. It hasn't really like came up past here, like into the door sill. You can see a tiny bit of a bubble there. That's, I saw that and I knew that, you know, it wasn't going to be pretty underneath the side skirt. And it is indeed not. And this car, like I said, has over 200,000 miles on it. It was driven through the winter, everything. So someday I'm gonna have to replace this chassis with something cleaner, but for the time being we're just gonna slap the first skirts on it and hope that this doesn't grow too fast. So I did the same thing that I did on the other side. I just popped a self tapper right there on the inside lip, and you can see once secured, this fitment is dang near perfect. And up front, same deal. Got perfect fitment right there onto the carbon fiber fenders. So we'll do a zip tie there into the carbon, just like the old ones were, and then probably zip tie on the back one as well, and then 2 more self tappers. So I'm going to drop it down and I'll show you the ground clearance. feel like I'm fighting the sun today with all the shadows, but here we are. New Bomex style side skirt installed. Well, installed. But it really looks awesome. It gives the car a lower appearance for sure, coupled with the front lip from Kaz. Bumpers up. It's a good looking piece there across the front. I'm really stoked on the way this all turned out and how this car is finally coming together. I think one of my biggest complaints with the car lately has been that it hasn't had like an aggressive appearance. I mean, it looked good and everything, but it just didn't have that level of aggression that I wanted. And having these aero pieces, I've been waiting all summer for them, on the car finally, and seeing it like this, I think really helped. I felt like I was getting discouraged and like not as motivated with the car, just because of its appearance. And I think these skirts and this front lip from Body Kits RU really changed the way the car looks and like the appearance and the presence that the car has. So like I said, check them out, you 3000 GT guys. I mean, the fitment on this stuff is perfect. It just, you know, takes a little while because most of the stuff is built to order, but I mean, I can see that with the fitment of the product that I just received, that, you know, it's worth the wait, and you guys should definitely check it out for yourselves to get some of these hard to find pieces that are no longer in production from companies that have been out of business for 20 plus years now. So thanks for watching, guys. Next moves for this are going to be transfer case and getting a new transfer case in the car, getting these panels mounted up completely, and then I'll have to order some wrap and all that to get them wrapped. But thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel as always. I'll see you guys next time.